Hi, my name is Tomasz and you're watching Casual DIY channel. In today's video, I want to talk about an impact driver. I'll tell you what it is, what uses has it got, what's the difference to a normal drill, and do you actually need it in your workshop? Check out the video. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. What are the key differences between them two tools? With a drill, you can use different size of drill bits like so to drill holes in every material you want. You can also use bits that got hex-shaped ends. For example, this extension holds a bit for driving screws in, and I can replace it with different ends depending on the fastener I'm using. Or for example, something like this as well. The drill gives the ability to make holes and actually use all variety of different types of bits. With more information about a drill, all the features and how to use it, you can check out my other video, link in the description of this video. So what is the benefit of the impact driver? As it will not hold a drill bit, and the only bits it will accept are the hex shank bits. For example, this extension I've got over here. Just a quick overview of the machine, as there is not much to talk about. It's got a battery, trigger, and you can spin clockwise or anti-clockwise by moving this button here. It actually doesn't have a typical chuck like the drill does. Instead, it's got this collet that, as mentioned before, it only accepts the hex shank bits. How to install a bit? Super simple. Pull the collet, whack the bit in, release the collet, and it's stable and secure inside. How to release it? Pull the collet, take it out. Simple as that. Right, so you're gonna probably say to yourself, well, this is a bit of a disadvantage having a collet like that it cannot take round bits. But that is actually a feature of this tool. It punches a lot more energy into driving your fasteners, and because of that, the way how the machine is designed, it needs something that will not spin inside of the collet, as the forces that are implemented by this machine onto the bit, onto the fastener, are very high, much higher than those in a normal drill. So a super simple explanation of the difference how these two tools operate. A normal drill only produces a spinning action like so, whereas the impact driver, on top of the spinning action, it gives that tapping motion as well, this hammering motion, and in doing that it actually punches a lot more force onto the bit, driving it through your material, and it can tackle fasteners that are very large, very long, whereas the drill would give up. On top of that, when you're actually using your drill to drive your fasteners in, you're prone for stripping the heads of the screws if you're not careful. Whereas with the impact driver, the way it actually operates is preventing that. But I'll show you that on an example in just a second. Okay, so let's do a quick test to show you exactly the difference in driving your fasteners. I have set up the drill to driving mode, speed number 2, which is the slow speed for driving in screws, and I've set up the clutch to the highest setting. On the impact driver, there's nothing to set up. It delivers the amount of force that's required at all times. This is a 10 centimeter screw, and we'll use that as an example to show you how these tools operate. First of all, the drill. Now the impact driver. So with the drill, as you've seen, the bit started spinning on the head, whereas with the impact driver, it just keep on driving, no issues at all. It will not strip the head of the screw, as in case of the drill. So as you can see, an impact driver is not here to replace a drill, as it cannot do some of the jobs that the drill can. It's a dedicated tool to drive in fasteners, to do it efficiently and quick. One thing that is worth mentioning with this tool, the way it's built, it puts a lot less stress on your wrist and on your elbow and on your shoulder when driving in screws. It takes all the workload on itself on the tool. Whereas with the drill, I can imagine on few occasions you had that mishap that it actually spun out of the way and you have to hold it really tightly, and it does put a lot of pressure on your joints. So from that experience, this tool is far better for driving in any fasteners. Now the question comes along, do you actually need one of those? And you are the only person that can answer that question. If you've got a lot of fasteners, a lot of screws to actually drive in, this tool will be absolute fantastic for that. But if you're a casual DIYer, a weekend warrior, a normal drill will suffice for your needs. Now, to tell you the truth, I cannot imagine working without one of these, without the impact driver. It's just a perfect combo. I can pre-drill a hole with my normal drill and then just drive in the fastener with the impact driver. And the purchase of an impact driver makes even more sense when it comes in a combo. So I picked up a set, a drill and an impact driver. It was so much cheaper buying them together to buy them separately, and it was on offer. So if you are thinking about buying a one or the other, check out if you actually can get a decent deal on both of them. That's what I've done, and I'm very happy that I actually done it and I've got my impact driver. And I have to say, it's a very useful tool that I use all the time. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you enjoyed it or learned something new, drop me that like button down below. You may also want to subscribe to my channel, as I'm actually bringing a series of videos about basic tools for DIYers. For example, last week I was talking about cordless drills. Today, impact driver. Next week, God knows. So subscribe, you won't miss anything then. But for now, that's it. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching. Take care.